Are you gonna do the intro?
Shut the fuck up, Kathy!
It wasn't me this time.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Issue Crew Movie Reviews. I am your host, Riley. Today is a momentous occasion, folks, because I'm here. None of my other Issue Crew co-hosts are present. However, for the first time ever, got two guests. Double your guests, double your fun. First of all, she's awesome. Everybody loves her. She's super cool. Give it up for Crow Royalty.
I knew it.
Fuck you.
He's not wrong though.
And the strange creature who has seemingly snuck their way into the podcast recording studio, who I suppose we're gonna let talk about Kubo and the Two Strings with us. Give it up for Kathy.
Yeah, by the way, we're doing Cuba and the Two Strings. Now, I really
Just
thought...
kill you.
I
hate
thought
that
this was...
joke. It is not Cubone.
No. I said
She
Cuba.
said Cuba, but both are equally
That's
stupid.
wrong.
Yeah, I thought this was a really fascinating documentary on Cuban culture.
I can't say that
Honestly,
on a
I
podcast.
learned a
I can't
lot.
say that on a podcast. I can't say that on a podcast.
Were you about to say like a slur for Cuban people? What are you
No.
hiding?
No. You know the thing that please improve and grow as a person.
Okay. You were gonna say the other version of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Please improve and grow as a person.
What's
Please
the
improve and grow as a person.
What's the
hate
other
that
version
joke.
of that?
Oh my god.
What is the other...
Something that you may tell somebody to do in Minecraft after they say something wrong to you.
Oh,
I've said that in more than just Minecraft.
In Roblox, also.
I've said that in Call of Duty, man. It was
Yeah.
funny.
Okay. That's fair.
by the way, Riley, I have good news for you.
What's the good news?
Fuck you. Fuck you. I heard that.
Crow said "fuck you" over it, and you're really quiet, Kathy, and you need to fix that first of all. So I couldn't hear you over Crow. So what? What'd you say?
Well,
She crinkled a bag on her microphone.
Yeah,
I saved you, Riley. You're welcome.
Oh, shut up!
Those were the notes that I took on this movie.
Oh no.
Okay. Thank you. Good job.
Am I the only one that didn't take notes?
No,
Yes.
I didn't take notes. Who the fuck are you kidding me?
Hey, Riley, don't lie.
Riley, you take notes on literally everything, so I kind of figured you did.
I take notes for like Megazord Radio because the premise is that we recap beat by beat what happened in those Power Rangers episodes. These movie reviews.
Speaking of
like, we
Megazord
discussed
Radio,
it.
all of the listeners of this, go watch Megazord Radio. It's fucking
Shut the
amazing.
Fuck up, Crow Royalty. Fucking insufferable. Can't work with this guy. Can't take this guy anywhere.
Sorry, had to plug it.
Can't take this guy anywhere. But
Anyway,
seriously,
Kubo-
Kathy, you're the one I'm curious. Oh, first of all, Crow, I doubt your ability to do this. So I'm gonna make you try and then make fun of you profusely when you fail. Please give us a very concise, like 4 or 5 sentence summary of what Kubo and the Two Strings is about.
A child got his eyes stolen. He met a monkey.
That's 2.
He proceeded to also meet a beetle.
Also
They found
true.
some armor. The
Yes.
armor didn't do shit.
Okay.
That's 5, I think.
I meant more like the premise of the movie and like what the main quest
Oh, the
is.
premise?
Can I say it?
Eyeless child
Sure,
goes on a
Kathy.
quest to meet his father.
That's also. You can be more specific with it. Let's let Kathy take a crack at it.
Musical Magic Man finds a monkey and a beetle, goes on a quest to find some armor, and fights the moon.
Fights
true.
The moon. And fights the moon.
I'm going to steal the moon.
Yes.
talk
No,
about
I'm going
Despicable
to
Me
steal the moon
instead?
first.
Can we turn this into Despicable Me podcast? We've all seen it. We can riff about Despicable Me.
We can do that next week.
Remember Gru? He was pretty
We,
cool. I like that
we
guy.
could do that next week because I want to talk about Kubo.
No.
I
Listen,
thought
Crow, I'm tired of your next week shit out here. You're nothing, okay? To this
personally,
show, you are but a passing appearance. You are of no significance. You don't stomp in here. You're like, here's what we're doing next week. You don't know shit
I
about
said
what
we
we're doing
could.
next week.
I said
personally,
we
I'd like to
could,
make,
not that we should,
Kathy, why are you so quiet?
I'm
because they have
sorry.
no microphone.
I have a microphone.
What, the one you haven't set up?
I'm gonna I'm gonna mic your phone, bitch.
Okay, you sound a little bit better now. If you can maintain wherever you're at.
Please maintain that. Yes, you actually are audible.
Am I still audible right now?
A
You can
little
get
less, though.
you can get 30% off
Perfect.
using code
Perfect.
Kathy for Audible.
Yes, now you are audible.
Go to Happy for audible. God damn it.
But anyway, folks. Yeah, so I guess that's about the size of it. There's a boy named Kubo. His mom was like a demon or some shit.
She was
I
a
don't know.
commie.
What?
He's a commie, effectively. They are
She's a
basically the
communist?
worshipped yokai of Japan.
No. Okay, I figured out the Crow was talking about some nerd shit. You did. I was thinking communist immediately when you said commie, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, technically she
What
is.
weird metaphor in this movie did I not get?"
Technically she was an ex-commie.
Please improve and grow as a person.
I
Uh,
should. I really should at this point.
uh,
I
all
thought
right.
the
Well,
end.
Kathy, you've got some notes. Give us some stuff to talk.
So first of all, the animation in this movie is like really good.
You're back to being quiet.
My
Personally,
notes are literally all screenshots of this movie because of how pretty they are.
What great
personally,
notes.
I thought this movie was animated really well.
It's true. A little bit choppy at times, but mostly pretty
Uh,
and good.
You are incorrect. You just watched it poorly.
No. It was still a little bit choppy when I switched to my television.
Personally, I like choppy animation.
Okay.
It's a little choppy, Crow. I was about to call you Crathy. I don't know.
Not crappy.
Crathy?
Not crappy. Not crappy.
That's a ship name between the two of you.
No. Hell no. Absolutely fuck not. No.
No.
Riley,
Def-
Riley, please improve and grow as a person severely.
Isn't
Never.
Joe like
Never will
5
I
years
ever.
old?
Kathy, what is going on? You keep getting to the right place and we're like, yeah, you're good. And then you go back to not being good anymore.
Isn't the Crow royalty is like 5 years old?
Crow Royalty's 18.
Oh no.
Please improve and grow as a person.
No.
So Kubo. Kubo.
Kubo.
Can we talk about his mother for a second?
What about her?
Like there was obviously like what was happening with his mother.
I can
What do
explain
you
that in detail.
mean?
You don't want me to.
Yes, I do.
Oh my god. I'm not making out of this podcast alive. It's over.
You're probably not, because I can go into major detail about 90% of this fucking
Fucking
movie because it's a sequel
over
to
here.
another movie,
So did
but
she
not actually.
So did okay, actually that sounds very interesting. Teach me about it.
Okay, so hold on, I gotta make sure I have the right movie title for what it was originally. Yep, had it right. Okay, so this movie is a quote-unquote spiritual sequel to The Tale of Princess Kaguya, which was a story about a moon person getting sent to Earth, learning to love humanity, and then getting kidnapped by a moon king to go be with the fucking heaven people. Now, Kubo's mom, heaven person, comes back to Earth finds out she loves humans, has a child, lives on Earth, hits a rock, loses a fuck ton of memories, and then proceeds to only be able to function as a human being when the moon is out, because that is the realm of heaven.
I mean, was that I
That's
thought
like
that was
that's the cliff notes of it,
I thought
basically.
that was the implication at first, but basically, his mother, like, she also had some memory loss when the moon was out, and I didn't
Well,
understand.
that's because of the like original curse that happens from the moon in the Tale of Princess Kaguya. Basically, whenever the moon is out, or whenever she is with the moon people, she does not remember her time on Earth. So while she's on Earth in this new movie, she is basically still being affected by the curse due to the way that she escaped the moon, if that makes sense.
So can I ask something?
Yes.
When she became a monkey, did she regain her memories? What's the implication there?
She did not.
I feel like
She
she
re-
did.
she did not. She kept what she like had still on her, hence why she didn't know where the armor was, like fully, and the spirit of Hanzo, like the actual Hanzo, because that's what that fucking origami man was the legitimate spirit of Hanzo coming back to inhabit a fucking paper. I love
Wait,
it.
that doesn't make sense. I thought that was just the beetle guy doing that the whole time.
No, 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 no. That okay,
The
so
beetle guy is Hanzo.
the beetle guy is the body of Hanzo. The paper guy is the spirit of Hanzo.
That doesn't make sense.
It does. Spirits and bodies get separated consistently. Example, go watch Doctor Strange. The good one.
No, I don't think I will.
Don't. It's not worth it. But like the good one. I have to specify that because I did not like Multiverse of Madness. In the original one, the quote unquote astral plane is the spirit, and it's effectively one spirit being stripped from their body to the point of where they can inhabit another. Something very similar to what I believe happened to Hanzo. Don't have enough evidence for this, but I do believe this to be the truth. Because we see not only does little man know where the fucking armor is, he only shows up after Monkey does. And he legitimately tries to fight shit.
Bro, I want to stuff you in a locker right now. Like
Riley?
it's just
Riley?
Oh, come on. I think
Go
it's
put a
kind
bra
of
on.
interesting.
the nerd energy is so great that my
Come
I
on.
love this movie.
the powers that be
I
are
think,
moving me to want to shove Crow in the nearby locker.
oh, come on,
I
don't be
love
so
this
hard on him.
movie
I think it's
beyond what I should.
Stop talking over Kathy when she's trying to defend you, Crow. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
Proceed, Kathy.
so. I liked this movie a lot. It's a lot better than any of Riley's suggestions.
Hey,
She's
No,
not wrong.
not sure. Didn't I suggest fucking? No, you suggested that. I suggested Joker. Joker was good.
No, it
this was
wasn't.
miles better than Joker, though.
Do you think Kubo and the Two Strings was better than Joker? Nah, nah.
Yes, by far.
Yeah, this was like really good.
I have a fuck ton more stop motion movies that we need to make Riley watch. I
No,
made a list of them.
listen, we're starting a lot of running series on this here podcast, running sub series. That's not going to be one of them. I'm not sitting through your stop motion bullshit.
At least one more.
Yes, one more, and it's called Paranorman.
Okay, two more because you actually want to watch Paranorman.
I
But
want.
two more.
I
I
want-
want to watch 9.
Oh, Nine is great. That's such an underrated movie.
Exactly. Also,
Oh.
it'll traumatize Riley and it'll be really funny.
Oh yeah, that movie is fucked.
Exactly.
I wanna make him watch Coraline.
He hasn't. I thought he reviewed Coraline already.
Are those old ass Christmas movies stop motion, or did they just like look that way as in an animation style?
They were stop motion, but they weren't very good stop motion in my opinion.
Like Rudolph and like
They are.
the Heat
I
Miser
like
Snow Miser
That's the
one. What
Christmas
is that
special.
one? Year Without a Santa Claus.
I like the Heat Miser Snow Miser one.
I only know of that movie's existence because of Batman
I'm
and Robin.
Mr.
I do not
Heat
have good memories
Blister.
associated.
I'm Mr. Sun. Da 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 da.
I'm Mr. Snow Miser. I'm Mr. 100 and... No, that's the other
That's
one.
not it. I used to know the snow one too. I know I used to know like the beginning of both of them, but I think I forgot Snow Misers.
Okay, can we
I...
talk about the objectively best character in this movie?
No, we're talking about Year Without a Santa Claus.
What-
This is no longer
what-
the Kubo review.
No,
Wait, hold
this is the Kubo review because I do not have anything that I can talk about with that movie because I refuse to watch it.
What's the best character in Kubo?
Paper Hans.
Bro, I'll watch 9 if you watch Year Without a Santa Claus.
Bet.
Okay, so next
I'll-
time,
Next
next
time,
time,
9.
you know what? Fuck it.
After
This
You're
is
without
a
a Santa
series.
Claus.
This is a series at least for a while. So next time, me, Kathy, and Crow to get together, and we'll review Year Without a Santa Claus, and then we'll do 9, and we'll see if my
on.
heart has warmed from there.
Hold on, can I make you guys watch Coraline?
I'll watch Coraline. I've already been somewhat
Okay,
trying to talk him into it.
everybody gets one is the rule. So, wait, because no, Crow already got one, though. I guess this one
Well, I'm
doesn't
getting-
count. This one is just for fun, Z's. So everybody gets one. So I'm submitting You Without a Santa Claus. Crow's doing 9, and Kathy is doing Coraline. That's all the stop motion I'll give you. That's the limited run of my stop motion
What about Paranorman?
journey. I don't give a shit about Paranorman. I would much rather watch A Year Without a Santa Claus than Paranorman.
I feel like if we're gonna watch Paranorman, we should also watch Frankenweenie.
Frankenweenie might be the movie I'm thinking of when I think of Paranorman.
Paranorman is the stop motion movie about zombies that
Is
are pilgrims.
There's a dog in both, right? There is a dog
No.
in Paranorman?
No,
I thought there was.
that's The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Those are two very different movies. I don't know if I'm confusing them. But yeah, okay. So it's probably Frankenweenie is what I'm thinking of then.
Side note, speaking of Nightmare Before Christmas and Frankenweenie, that is a trilogy of movies.
Shut up.
Frankenweenie is the beginning. Corpse Bride is the second. Frankenweenie is the... Wait, not Frankenweenie. Nightmare Before Christmas is the third. Tell me where I'm wrong.
I haven't seen any of these movies. I have no proclivities to possibly tell you that you're wrong. It's impossible.
Kathy,
Yes.
we need to make Riley watch these movies.
I
He's not seen enough stop motion in his life.
We do. He's not seen who's the guy that made Nightmare Before Christmas and
Tim Burton?
James
Tim
and the Giant Peach.
Tim Burton.
And yeah, Tim Burton animated movies. We need to make him watch those.
The only Tim
Not
Burton
necessarily
movie,
Tim Burton
the only
animated.
Tim
we need to
Burton
make-
movie I've ever seen
What?
is Batman, okay? And it was not that good.
Can I throw Riley off a cliff now? Can we just fire Riley? from his own
Batman
show?
was mid as fuck. It was literally it was Joker 1989 or whatever the fuck year it was. Batman was boring. The whole movie really didn't have much to offer. It was not as good as people proclaim it to be.
You are incorrect.
And you can hear all about that on my old show when I had better co-hosts, the Rad Movie Review Podcast.
Is that
You're wrong. I'm your favorite co-host, and you know this.
No, I'm actually
No, I would sacrifice all of you for Alexis and Dakota back. That was the good
screw you.
era.
I'll throw you off a cliff.
I'm gonna make my own movie review podcast with BoJack and Hooker.
Yeah. Good luck fucking posting it, Kathy. I don't think I've seen you post one piece of content you've made.
I'll
There's
pay
no
somebody
telling.
else to do it.
I've been a part of like a podcast that you wanted to make. I've been a part of a video you wanted to make that you did record, but never saw the light of day.
Yeah. What's your point?
Yeah, so you're gonna record an episode of your movie podcast of Blackjack and Hookers. and it's never gonna go on YouTube ever or anywhere ever.
It still doesn't change the fact that it's going to be the best, movie review podcast ever made.
Well, there's no way to judge that if it never reaches the public.
Exactly, so you can't disprove it.
I guess. I guess it's guilty until proven innocent. That's true.
So, like, Kubo and the Two Strings.
Kubo and the two goddamn strings. I don't even know what to
So,
talk about.
what was happening in the
So
beginning?
much good. So much good.
So,
Much
so,
good. Very wow.
Much good.
So-
Very much good. Very, very much wow.
so what
Absolute favorite movie.
No royalty! Stop interrupting
Sorry.
Kathy!
Sorry.
God!
So, with Kubo, so the implication is that he's never been like outside during night, right? During
Yeah.
the
Yes.
beginning. So, like, why did he just decide to like stay outside during night, even though his mom earlier in the morning like specifically told him not to do
Because
that?
his dad's ghost wouldn't come to him.
Because
so
he
was
wanted to
mad,
talk to his dad.
So he lost track of time.
Yeah, he wanted to talk to his dad. Very believable.
He wanted to see his dad.
I could say this from experience because I legitimately did a similar thing not that long ago.
What did
Just
you
not
do?
to my dad.
Wait, what did you do?
Spent an entire day talking to a grave.
Oh, that's really sad. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, Crow. That's twisted. That's dark.
It is, but so is fucking 9, and you know what I want to watch.
Yeah, we're gonna watch 9. And that's everybody gets one. You're not getting me to watch anything else.
Depends on how many people we can rally to get you to watch Paranorman.
It's not
No.
happening. Listen.
What if we get the entire issue crew on board with watching Paranorman for a movie review? Would you do it then?
I don't want to say yes because I don't want you two to fucking harass my friends who I do a podcast with to talk about
I'm not gonna-
Paranorman.
I'm not
Technically,
gonna harass them. I was gonna like ask Mo because I do somewhat talk to Mo and see if he could help me out.
technically, if he lets me in the podcast again, I can just do it by myself.
Shit, you could.
Oh yeah, sure, buddy. We'll see how that pans out.
Posting it would be a pain in the ass.
It would, but
I'm trying to worm my way into this podcast. I've just realized this.
No.
you should do it.
I'm moon kinging my way into this fucking podcast.
I mean, between the two of you, who has the better chance to become a permanent member of the issue crew? I feel like the answer may surprise certain women in this call. But anyway.
Come on. Come on.
So, Kubo and the two
Come on.
strings.
I
So-
think that was aimed at me, not at you.
No. That's
Wait.
where you'd be wrong, Crow Royalty.
No, like who it would surprise.
What did I ever do? Don't answer that.
I'm
Yeah,
not
okay,
going
okay.
to. I refuse
I won't.
to
I won't
this.
answer it. I won't answer it.
I refuse to answer this question.
But gamers, what the fuck do we talk about? Kathy, get that crumply paper out.
All right.
Okay, I
So-
want to talk about
I
Monkey for a
said
minute.
Kathy. Damn it! Shut up!
I'm sorry.
No,
That was me.
I told Crow to shut up.
That wasn't me.
Kathy, you continue.
This is a consistency between me and him. It's just him yelling at me. It's funny.
So I really liked the origami stuff. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting feature of the movie. Probably the most creatively alluring thing about it is the unique ability with the origami. It made for some pretty interesting visual moments. I would say that was probably one of my favorite aspects of this film. Which, just to be clear, I liked it fine. I definitely didn't think. Kathy, are you good, buddy?
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Don't die on podcast. We're waiting on Riley to do that
Yeah,
first.
yeah. If anybody dies on a podcast, it's got to be me.
I just have lung cancer.
Oh no, Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
But okay. Yeah, origami scenes make for cool visuals. I like the movie fine. I was definitely joking when I said to Crow, "Oh, it's gonna suck. It's gonna be 4 out of 10." I was not being serious about that, but I definitely was not amazed by it in the way that Crow definitely is, and Kathy also seems to be. Although maybe I'm reading her wrong.
No, you're not.
I,
I really
okay,
like this movie.
I think it was just like fine. I liked it fine.
I want to talk about possibly my favorite aspect of the movie: the largest stop motion puppet ever.
In history of the world, true.
Yeah, like actually,
What
it's
is
like over. I think it was over 10 feet tall for the giant skeleton fight, and God, the little bit at the very end where they're showing them working on that, like right after or in the mid credit scene, if you want to call it that, where they're working on it in like really fast pace, bro. I love that.
Whoa, wait. Can I ask something then?
Yes.
If the skeleton is over 10 feet tall, does that imply that like Kubo and the monkey and the beetle are all like human sized?
No.
Well, yes.
Well, the
Kubo is
skeleton is 10 feet
Kubo is
tall
human
IRL.
boy sized. Beetle is human man sized.
No, I
And,
mean like
monkey's like monkey sized.
no, I mean like the stop motion puppet for them.
No, they're not. They are like action figure sized.
By the way, I just want to mention
Like, then how is
Kubo.
the skeleton 10 feet?
The fucking skeleton. Are y'all forgetting the fact that the skeleton legitimately held the fucking uh puppets for monkey and beetle in its hand, and they were barely bigger than the fucking skeleton's hand?
Okay, you know what? That's fair.
I see.
Are y'all forgetting that?
Uh, no.
I did
Well,
forget
I
that.
also want to say Kubo has a based haircut.
So true.
I like
The joke.
Hanzo's helmet like design-esque thing better.
Hold on, let me explain the joke there. The joke is I have the exact same haircut as him.
Damn it.
True. So true.
But like the character design in general, I just really like for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
From Kubo being like how Kubo is with the fucking robe of his father, etc., etc. It's a really good design. Not the best one in the movie, but the best one is also not the skeleton like you would expect me to say. The best design is the first sister that they kill.
I honestly agree.
Because the feather cloak, the fucking hat, I forgot what it's called, but it is a very ninja thing, and I'm blanking on it, and I hate myself for blanking on this. It's like one of the basics too. Fuck. I'll remember it later. But then she also uses a Kusarigama, which just
What is
yes.
what is a Kusarigama?
Kusarigama is effectively sickle and chain in when translated directly, but it can be any number of weapons that are associated with what would effectively be a farming tool, which was used to like cut down rice crops and was very common. So ninjas were able to sneak it around really fucking easily. Yes, I am a ninja nerd. I am an overall Japanese nerd, just in general.
I gotta ask a question for you then. How do
Yes.
you feel about that one song?
Which song?
I want to be ninja.
Fuck that song.
Great song. Great song.
Fuck
The
that song.
All right. Well, we've
incredible.
we've kind of we're at a little bit of a predicament, and I know this is going to upset Crow Royalty greatly.
We're not ending the podcast after
We have reached the minimum
30
length of
minutes.
time, and I am literally about to fall asleep on the podcast if we don't start wrapping shit up.
Okay,
Um,
hold on. We still have more to
No.
talk about.
like what? Like what? I don't have time for
Crow,
this shit.
Crow, you said you wanted to talk about Monkey. Talk about
I want to
Monkey.
talk about Monkey.
Okay, talk
Monkey's
about
fucking
Monkey.
great.
Why was
Okay,
Monkey such a dick if she was his mom the whole time?
protective motherly instincts and knowing how to survive while also carrying a child on her back.
I mean, yeah, but like she could have been a little bit less of a
She could have, but
snagglepuss about
we
it.
also don't exactly see much of the um like his mother before she became Monkey. So we don't exactly know her entire personality.
True.
And in what we do see, she's very playful in nature and very much trying to like appease her child who is not ready for the real world, I'm gonna put it. But then when Monkey shows up, he's forced into it and she has to help him as much as she can before she dies. Because as she says in the movie, the magic keeping Monkey alive is very fucking limited.
Mm-hmm.
So her like very serious nature works, especially for that scene or for that entire like depiction of Monkey.
Mm-hmm.
Hanzo's a lovable idiot, and
Yes.
the interactions that she has with Hanzo are just so good.
I thought a lot of the interactions were really good, especially after the reveal.
I feel like if you're gonna call her Monkey, you should probably be calling Hanzo Beetle.
I forgot his mom's name.
I don't think she
I
was
don't know if
ever
she got
given
one.
She has one, but if I'm gonna call her anything, I'm gonna call her Kaguya because of who she was technically inspired by. But that's not her name. I know that's not her actual name. She has a different one that is said somewhere apparently, and I don't know where it's at. So if I'm gonna call her anything other than Monkey, I'm gonna call her Kaguya. But the interaction right before right before Kubo makes the boat, like between Kaguya and Hanzo, it's just so gonna sound like Riley. God, I love these kids, but it's towards an adult and his fucking wife.
I mean, I really liked that scene where Hanzo teaches his son how to fish. That was cool.
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
was teaching
sick.
him how to shoot, not how to fish. Best line.
True.
Fishing is tomorrow's lesson. Sorry, like that scene got me like really hard.
So, Crow, do you have anything you want to say about Beetle?
Hanzo, absolutely love the guy. The way that he is like introduced is such a good way to do that because notice he was not going after Kubo when he first showed up. He was going after the Origami Man, aka Origami Hanzo, aka his spirit. This is part of why I say that's his spirit inhabiting the Origami Man. Because it's like the body and the spirit trying to reconnect. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
So that little aspect that I bet you 90% of the populace overlooked, love it.
So, wait.
Absolutely love it.
Wait. So, does this imply that, like, if Hanzo ate the Origami Man, he would be fine?
It would have to go through his liver, but yes.
I don't get it.
Basically in Shinto beliefs and Japanese mythology in general, it is believed that the liver is what holds the soul. So as long as said Origami Man was in like some kind of like alcohol that needed to be processed by the body, the liver would take that in and his soul would return.
So, all you would have to do is, like, put him in, like, some sort of alcohol.
Pretty fucking much. On another note, I want to talk about that first room that we see Hanzo in, like Beetle
Yeah.
Hanzo. The him not only having the flag, are like the crest of his army. But then all of the different weapons that he has a makeshift naginata. He has several katanas. He has a full set of armor. That is very much samurai shit. And bro, when I tell you that I watched that scene like a solid 4 times, just trying to look at all of the different weapons and like stop motion weapon designs that are on them, I kid you not, every time I looked, there was something different, and I loved it.
You know, I kind of wish there was like an animated movie this good about like Chinese myths and traditions and history. Because, you know,
That would
I'm a,
be good, especially if it were something like The Monkey King.
yeah, I was about to bring that up. The monkey, I was like, kind of reminded me of the Monkey King.
Yeah, there's like aspects of it that get me to that conclusion as well. It's not quite there. It is very much the Tale of Princess Kaguya to me. But that's because I also watched that movie, and that movie is also amazing. Speaking
Personally,
of Riley, we need to watch The Tale of Princess Kaguya.
personally, I would prefer an animated movie about the Heavenly Kingdom, but
Oh, that is technically The Tale of Princess Kaguya to an extent.
no, 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 no. You don't know what the Heavenly Kingdom Rebellion was, do you?
Oh, you're talking about Sun Wukong still.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about something that historically happened in China
Oh, then
during
no,
the
I don't know.
18th.
But
That's very
The Tale of Princess Kaguya is not stop motion, by the way, so that doesn't have to be a part of the series technically. But I would consider that. I would take that over 9, honestly.
huh.
Like The Tale of Princess Kaguya is also incredibly good. I do prefer Kubo to it, but that's only because I watched Kubo as a child, and it just got me how good stop motion was with this movie, and like the art style in general led me to liking it over The Tale of Princess Kaguya. But I still do really like The Tale of Princess Kaguya.
Yeah, I completely understand that. I've
Um,
always,
what were you saying? Sorry.
I've always really liked stop motion ever since I was a child, and I think part of the reason I did that is because my mom was really into the Tim Burton animated movies. All 3 of them are really good. 4.
They really are. And as much as I love Tim Burton stuff, Leica Studios is better on like such a high level, in my opinion. I love Tim Burton. He is the original like person that got me into stop motion. But I have to give Leica credit where it is due, because Leica consistently puts out top tier stop motion products. Things like Coraline. If I remember right, they also put out Paranorman, Kubo, et cetera, et cetera. It's just so good.
Am I a dumbass for thinking that Coraline was one of the Tim Burton movies?
No, because a lot of people do.
Oh.
Hold on, I want to check and make sure that I have the Leica Studios movies correct.
Could you like send me a link? Well, I guess just DM me some of the names of those movies.
Oh, they did the. Did they do Isle of Dogs?
No, 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 no. That was Wes Anderson.
Yeah, no, that was Wes Anderson. Okay, so Leica apparently did not put out as many movies as I did. I knew they did
Fantastic Mr.
Coraline, but they
Hank.
did.
How could I forget about that?
Leica did Coraline, Kubo, and the Box Trolls. Apparently,
The
I did
what?
not realize the Box Trolls, also a very underrated stop motion movie.
All right, yeah. How
But
about
part of what made me think that they did Isle of Dogs was there's a very similar looking movie that they did called Lajka. That wait, is that Leica or is that Lajka? Because that looks like a J. I think it's Leica. Uh, about a very similar looking dog to the Isle of Dogs.
dog?
Dog.
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 Personally, I don't know. I've always liked animated movies, but I definitely have like some animated movies in my top 10, but I don't think my favorite movie is animated.
Mine almost definitely is.
Have you ever watched Old Boy?
I've heard of it. I don't think I've watched it. And if I have, I haven't watched it recently. Hold on a second. I'm going to check and
It's
make sure.
it's extremely hard to find right now. I watched it when I was like, I don't know, 15, and I instantly fell in love with it.
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie. It looks
So,
interesting, though.
don't watch the Netflix version. They ruined my baby. Look at how they massacred my boy.
The 2013 one?
2013 one sucks.
Yeah, it looks like it sucks.
Stupid American remake.
That is a very common thing. Stupid Americans.
I don't understand why Hollywood has to ruin everything.
To pull as much money from a cash cow that they can. Hey, Riley, you still there?
Nope.
Riley.
Oh no.
Well, I guess we have to end the podcast for him when we get done.
I don't think we can.
I can.
Let's just... Oh, you can?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not hard. He's just gonna have to edit it later and be very concerned at what we put into this.
So wait, I can just say anything?
Do not, but I am gonna throw in a troll at air for this just to mess with him. Don't just say anything, but like
Anything. Get owned.
anything. Anything get on. God damn it. That is a good joke.
He's not gonna listen to this, by the way. Like, not at all.
Oh, I know. I could just start singing the Perry the Platypus theme song and he'd never know.
Riley from the future here. Fuck both of you.
Oh, that means I can complain about my boyfriend now.
No.
Oh.
Please don't.
Oh. I miss him.
You can miss him, but at least it's not as bad as him supposedly being dead by your own sister's hand.
Well, that's fair.
Kubo and the Two Strings reference in the Kubo and the Two Strings review.
So, okay, hold on. I gotta ask. Do you have anything you want to say about Kubo himself?
Good boy. Very good boy. Absolute best boy.
I actually have something I want to say about the themes of this movie.
The themes?
Yeah. So there's this obvious theme of stories throughout the movie, right?
Yeah.
And, how people are carried on by stories, right?
Yeah, which is a very true thing and something this movie kind of helped me come to terms with.
I don't understand that, but
It goes back to my friend's death. That
oh,
just helped with that a lot
I'm sorry.
because some real life problems kind of got helped by this movie, and that's part of why I love this movie. It helps subconsciously.
Well, basically, another theme I noticed a lot was eyes. Like, there's a lot of like eyes in this
Oh, that
moment.
is a very good point to bring up. I'm not trying to talk over you, I promise.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
But like, so that is a thing that Western media helped influence for the most part, because as is stated, eyes are the window to the soul in like 90% of Western media. So with how eyes are depicted in the movie, it's very much leaning towards that. And I love it.
I guess yeah, I guess that is. So what was the thematic importance of I guess like the eyes underwater then?
The eyes underwater are effectively the best way that I can think to put it is they are the windows into others' souls. So if we look at it through how Kubo did, and when he looked into the eyes and saw Monkey, the statue, and then his mother, that was basically him taking a larger look at who was with him, if that makes sense. And specifically with Monkey, given that she had his mother's soul in her, it was much easier to grasp that concept than to look at, say, Hanzo, like Beetle, and try and grasp a soul there. So that's why he didn't know until the very end. That makes sense?
Yeah, it does. And I also gotta say, you are a much deeper thinker than Riley. I can just trash talk Riley now, and he will
Yeah,
never
we
know.
totally can. And
So I just want to say you're a much better co-host and a much more respectable co-host than Riley.
might not be the best co-host, but I do know movies and I do understand the artistic shit behind movies. However, I refuse to watch German films. No.
9.
That is a I'm not going to say like a personal rule, but like
Why don't you want to watch German films
because
specifically?
Riley has said such weird things about them from having to watch them with you.
Listen, he's just complaining because the movie I made him watch was long.
Knowing him, that tracks. That really does.
It's a movie called Das Boot.
Yeah, I looked that up. I don't want to watch it.
Have you ever watched American Psycho?
I have, and I did not like American Psycho, so
Why not?
I just didn't like it. It's not necessarily because it's a bad movie. It's just not my taste.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like, I'm a shtick for horror movies in general, but American Psycho is like this weird proto horror movie that's just not my cup of tea. Am I thinking about the right movie?
The one with Patrick Bateman?
No, I'm not. I was thinking about one with Christian Bale. I have no clue what movie I was thinking about now.
Yes, that's the right movie.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. Because that movie is good, not my taste.
Listen, I can assure you that the movie is very good, and I don't just like it because Christian Bale has abs, alright?
See, that's what I watch Batman for. Batman is, or like the Batman, or the Batman Begins trilogy is like a guilty pleasure to watch because it has zero artistic like license behind it or like autistic thought behind it, but it is just chef's kiss
Just a lot of hot guys with abs. I get
and
it.
hot women.
I don't like women.
I do. I like men and women. Yeah, suck it, internet. I'm probably pan. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, if you're pan, then make me some pancakes.
No,
In your frying pan.
no. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
But here's the thing, I feel like Riley doesn't respect art in movies. He just wanna
I can look at like paintings and things and pull artistic meaning from them for the most part.
I can
But
too.
it's usually me pulling shit out of my ass.
I can
Movies,
too.
on the other hand, it is much clearer.
I mean, listen, I'm the person who took a film class once, and now I think I'm an expert in cinema.
See, I almost went to film school. Almost.
Oh, why didn't you go?
Food truck. Better option. I like cooking more than I like writing movies.
Huh.
It's weird.
So are you a chef or something?
Working to be, yeah.
Oh, nice. That's actually
Yeah. Side note, if any of the podcasters ever find my food truck, no, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Have you ever watched? Okay, so you like weird animated shit, right?
Yes.
Can I recommend a really weird animated show?
Yes.
Like psychedelic drug level animated show?
Not my usual forte, but I'll hear you out.
Xavier Renegade Angel.
I've heard of this. It's on my watch list.
It's very funny. It's not for everyone, I wouldn't say, but if you get it, you get it.
Yeah.
It,
Side note,
it,
if you want anime recommendations, I could also give those.
uh, you know what? Yeah, sure.
Mikey K and The Way of the House Husband.
The way
Just
House Husband is just I hate to say this, but it's not visually interesting enough to keep me
you haven't seen the scenes that I associate with Way of the House Husband, I don't think, because they are like very random. But when we get flashbacks to his Yakuza days, bro, sharpen it.
okay. I have a few anime Oh, do you read comics?
I obsess over comics and Riley hates me for it because I can spout off DC and Marvel bullshit like it's
Ooh,
no tomorrow, and he hates this because I got to do a conversation with Mo about this.
ooh. Have you read Irredeemable?
I started looking at that the other day and did not read through it entirely, but I started looking at it.
It's pretty good. Do not read Max Damage. Are incorruptible. Do
Too
not
late.
read Too Late.
Too late. Already on the list as well.
No, that one is terrible. Like
I
utter.
don't care if it's terrible if it's got pretty pictures.
It's not even well drawn.
Neither were my comics when I thought I was going to be a comic artist
Oh, you made comics?
in the 5th grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
me and a buddy decided we were going to start making comics after reading Captain Underpants for the first time, because this was like while they were still airing or like being made. And bro, it was very much Captain Underpants quality.
So it was just like fifth grade comic.
Exactly.
Me and my cousin started like a news article when we were like very young. I don't remember when.
I did that my freshman year. Oh no, I'm getting DMs. Did Riley DM me? No, he did not.
Hmm.
I was expecting Riley to have DM'd me.
Really?
Yeah, I expected him to wake up and say something.
Why wouldn't he just say it in here?
I don't know. That's weird. Riley, wake up.
I just need to play like a really loud noise.
Hold on a second. Just messaged him that we're probably almost done because we kind of derailed.
Yeah.
But like, final thoughts on Kubo.
Do you know about the 3 questions?
I know two of the 3, I think.
Do you know the 2 strings and Kubo?
Yes. Oh wait, hold on. One final thing that I do need to bring up. Why were the 2 strings not like more prominent in the movie? Like, I get that they're really important. I get that much, and I get the symbolism behind it. But like, it just kind of came out of nowhere because the first string was just a lock of his mother's hair. I get that part. Could he not have found something better at his like dad's castle to use as the string for his dad?
I mean, I don't really. What's wrong with the bowstring?
The bowstring would fuck up his mandolin incredibly because it's thick.
Isn't
It's way
human hair also thick?
No hair. Human hairs are pretty thin for the most part. It would have snapped, but I can buy that a lot more than I can the bowstring. Especially since it's the hair of a fucking commie from the moon.
Communist.
Not communist, commie. The quote unquote angels to the yokai that are the devils in heavy fucking air quotes.
Okay.
I hate that people have such like negative connotation towards yokai. I mean,
What is
like, I
a
love
yokai?
it, but I also hate that everyone just seems to hate them.
What is a yokai?
So basic definition is the creatures that make the sounds in the night. Basically, anything that could not be explained immediately was given a yokai to cause it. That makes sense?
Kinda, yeah.
So, like, the creaks in your house as, like, the wood was settling, because they didn't know this at the time, because it was feudal era. It was, like, pre-feudal era Japan and shit.
So are you
Uh,
talking about wait, this is definitely like pre-restoration era, right?
yeah, this is, like, way fucking long ago. This is, like, early days of Japan and shit.
Like 1400s and stuff.
Like, 1300s to the, like, 1000s to the 1300s.
So
But, like, you know how everyone is scared of something, like monsters in general, when they're little?
yeah.
Yokai are effectively the monsters that our minds create as children, that are given physical stories and, like, things to be passed down. Most of which have been fucked over by modern, like, industrialization, because we know that these things don't exist. But then a lot of them have also gotten makeovers and turned into fucking cash cows, like the Tanuki, which used to be a symbol for someone who was really fucking unlucky, to now they're a symbol for luck. And it's just, no.
So I gotta ask, what do you think of the monarchist, emperor's restoration in Japan?
Touchy subjects. Because in Japan, very much liked. Everywhere else, not really.
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean,
Because, like,
I know the emperor is directly responsible for a lot of war crimes that happened during the Second World War.
yeah, I know that, but, like, the Americanization of Japan is bad too.
I,
And
the war crimes were definitely worse.
oh, I know. I know that part. But, like, it's like two wrongs don't make a right. You know what I mean?
I do understand, but I don't agree with the Americanification, but I do think that demilitarization needed to happen
Yeah,
in.
I agree. That is a very good thing. I I agree with that part. What I don't agree with is, like, all of the American influence that overtook Japan and started, like, prioritizing American wants and shit over the Japanese peoples. That makes sense?
I don't really know. I know it happened, but I don't really know much about the Americanization of Japan.
Basically, the entire reason that we have manga as a art form nowadays is because American comic books got to Japan.
Well, that doesn't really sound like it was forced or anything.
It wasn't initially, but then certain people started, like, enforcing it, and then more comics were brought over to make things work faster because more people got a hold of them, and then it just bloomed. And this is how we have manga and anime now. Yay. Not that I don't dislike these things. They are very good.
I mean,
How they came about is kind of fucked, though.
find it very ironic because, I don't I know a lot more about comics than I do manga, even though they're essentially the same thing, right?
Oh yeah, they are very much the fucking same thing. Just different languages.
And you read one backwards.
But that's because of the Japanese writing system, not because.
It's because of the printers are just wrong.
No, it's because of the Japanese writing system for thousands of years.
Language doesn't exist.
No, it doesn't. But writing systems do.
True. But I know I do know a lot about Japan during World War II specifically just because I know about Chinese history and Chinese history,
Yeah,
you know, very bad thing.
very close to Japan as well.
Yes, China is very close to Japan.
There is a lot of things that came over from Japan that... This is just Japan talk with Crow and Kathy.
I'm down for it.
Riley's not even in the conversation anymore. Like, we need to ear rape Riley so that he wakes up.
Yeah. Bring out the fucking, I don't know. Like, just bring out like a drill.
I do not.
You do not have a drill?
Not anywhere that I know where it's at.
Everybody has a drill. You know this.
My uncle has one, and we just steal his.
Does your uncle live with you?
He lives across the road, yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's not that hard to just go steal his drill. But I don't want to go looking for it at his house at 10:30 at night.
What, you don't feel comfortable going over at 10:30 at night?
I don't feel comfortable breaking and entering into his house when I know he's asleep.
Oh, why? Oh, you...
Because my uncle owns a shotgun.
Well, I don't feel comfortable threatening my uncle with a shotgun. Ugh.
No, my uncle will threaten me with a shotgun.
Yeah.
I have a death wish. I don't want to die that way, though.
You should not have a death wish.
Nah, I'm not going to take that advice.
No.
Riley. Riley.
Kubo and the two strings.
Yeah, Kubo and the two strings. I think the wrap-up questions are, who was your favorite character?
My favorite character was surprisingly Kubo.
Paper Hanzo.
Your favorite?
I'm kidding. It is very much a toss-up between Monkey and Beetle, but like in the best way possible. But I do kind of have to give it to Monkey just overall.
I'm guessing it's because Monkey had previous connections.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like Monkey is two characters, technically.
Nepotism.
What?
So, moving on, Crow Royalty, what was your favorite scene?
Favorite scene? Gotta sound very out of left field, but it's when he's like walking down the mountain and we see like that specific scene of the grassy area that he's walking through. I posted the like screenshot of this in the recording chat if you want to look. It's the last one that I sent.
Oh yeah, this one.
Love that. I just love that like specific frame of it. It's just so good. Close seconds being the skeleton fight and the scene in the whale. Like,
sorry,
so good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Personally, my favorite scene was like the origami scene at the beginning of the movie. I thought that was a really good introduction to the like guitar origami thing.
That is also like a really good scene just in general. Like,
this movie is really...
If I didn't like the other ones because I know how much work went into them, I would 100% agree with that. Also, special mention to the boat scenes, like anything with the boat, because I know how fucking much work the creators put into that.
Oh, how much work did they put into it?
Like 30-something hours between like 10 people just gluing down fucking leaves.
No way. Like, really?
If I remember right, hold on. IndieWire load. Yeah, I have no clue how long it actually took, but I remember it taking, like, I remember somebody saying that it took, like, forever for them to make, and there was, like, so many people working on it, and it was just... God.
It's okay. I believe you. I believe.
So much work went into this movie. This is why I made Riley watch it, because of the effort that went into this, and then did not get the recognition for it that it deserved, in my opinion.
Yeah, this movie was great. I'm really glad you
really
to me.
I just realized we never mentioned the sound design.
Oh yeah, the sound design was godly.
Absolutely. Like, they used actual Japanese instruments, and you can hear them throughout the movie, and it's just so good.
You really like Japan, don't you?
I am. That is one of my hobbies, is to study up on Japanese history and folklore, just in general. It's one of my favorite things to do, as I have annoyed Riley to death about.
I think it's kind of cool.
It really is, in my opinion, just so good. And this movie, for being a Western movie, it is just so good at doing this and portraying a world away. Just very little people know about it too, and it's just so good.
So I already know what your answer is gonna be, but what's your rating out of 10?
10. This is my favorite movie,
I
arguably.
honestly, before doing this podcast, I was gonna give it an 8.5, but I really think you've bumped it up to a 9.
Yes.
Where are the castles?
Whoa, who is that? Oh no, there's been an intruder. Royalty has been taken over by a 5-year-old girl. It's all over now. Now it's just me.
Sorry, my sister walked in. I didn't realize she was still awake.
How old is she?
Fucking 10, I think.
But
11.
she's
I don't
still up
know.
at 11 o'clock?
No, she should not be. Riley, wake up. We need to end the podcast.
So that or any other efforts did not, in fact, get me to wake up so that I could end the podcast. I really went out like a light. I'm sorry. This is Riley from the future, by the way. I decided I would chime in, do the wrap-up questions, because I didn't really get to share as much opinions about Kubo as the other two did. By the way, fuck you both. You thought I wasn't going to listen to this shit? I'm not going to leave Kathy unattended on a podcast and not listen through it before I release it. I would have to be a madman. But as for the wrap-up questions, for Kubo and the Two Strings, my favorite character, similarly to Crow, it's kind of a toss-up between Monkey and Beetle. It's hard to choose between them. I liked both of their personalities a whole lot. Monkey did have some badass fights, though, and just some good moments. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Monkey. Definitely honorable mention to Beetle / Hanzo, though. As for favorite scene, that's a little bit of a tougher one. There's a lot of cool visual sequences in this movie, for sure. It's probably the fight with the big skeleton man. Well, no. It's Monkey versus the sister. While Kubo's underwater. That shit went hard. That was a really good fight. I was super into that, so I'll go ahead and give that my favorite scene. As for a rating out of 10, as I said, I liked it fine. I don't think it's a perfect movie. I didn't really enjoy it as much as I do other films. I definitely artistically appreciate it a lot, though. I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8. I was going to give it a 7.5, but that feels a little too cruel to me. So I'm going to go ahead and give it an 8. And now I take you back to your friends who did not fall asleep to end the podcast.
Yeah, it's fine. Do
Um.
you want to do the on?
Anyway, Kathy, where can our listeners find you?
Nowhere.
What?
Yeah, I don't really.
Do you not have Twitter or anything, bro? What?
No, I really don't.
Ooh, that sucks.
Where can they find you?
They can find me on Twitter at Crow Royalty. You can find Riley at Riley Tweets on Twitter. Check his link tree. You can find all of his other podcasts and things, and all of his other accounts. Also, check out Megazord Radio. It is really good for being really stupid.
Do you have anything else you want to, I guess?
Not that I can think of, no. By the way, his instrument is not a fucking guitar, it's a mandolin. For those who do not know this.
I'm sorry.
Somebody tried to tell me that he was playing a guitar one day, and it made me mad. Anyway, I think that is the end of the podcast. Sorry Riley could not be here for the end of it.
Yeah, I think
I don't know the end of this podcast anymore because I have not been on it in a few weeks.
How much do you want to bet he was high during recording?
99%. I'm pretty sure he was high when he watched it too.
It sounded like it.
Yeah, it really did.
I mean,
Anyway,
I'm an alcoholic, so anyway, I'm gonna. Do you want to do the honors or should I?
I got it. We will see you when we see you. I'm stealing that from somebody else. Later.